Hi there. Well, it's Grandma Benzo back for another video. I'm still not used to that name. Um, I want today to tell you a little bit about my story, my backstory, so you can understand where I'm coming from. I'm tapering clonazepam that I've been on for 13 years. I'm down to about 0.4, down from 1 milligram. It's been a rough week, but I'm here because by God's grace, He wants me to share some information with you. So I was born to a single mom in a taxi cab in Jasper, Alberta. Soon after my mom moved to Toronto, I think she felt she was too alone in the mountains, and her sisters lived in Toronto, and so she moved to the east side and the hood. It was rough. It was tough. There were gangs, the threat daily of getting beat up. But you know what? I wasn't scared of that stuff. I was really terrified of my mom. My mom was full of rage. I'd walk down the hallway and she sometimes would hug me, not very often, but most times she would just whack me. And I never knew when I was going to get whacked or with what. My mom slept all day, or seemed to sleep all day, and was awake all night. She'd come in my room, she'd throw things around, she'd verbally abuse me, physically abuse me, and it was horrible. My mom lived in the dark. When she was up, all the blinds were drawn, all the curtains were drawn. I really wondered, why does this woman live in the dark? She was sad all the time. Sad about her past, sad about her present, and just sad. She was alone all the time. I never knew my mom to have a friend, ever. No wonder she was sad, right? She rarely left the house, only when she absolutely had to. I viewed her and judged her as a very scared person, and she would jump at the drop of a pin. She shook like crazy. She had anxiety that was off the charts. I judged her. I didn't understand. I wondered, how can someone live their life literally afraid of everything? It affected her heart. She had heart issues. She was on heart meds. And I worried, is my mom going to die of a heart attack? My mom went to the washroom a lot, a lot. That was one of the reasons why I thought at the time, excuses, why she would say we can't go anywhere, because she'd have to go to the washroom. She was exhausted all the time. And I got tired of listening to continually how tired she was. She'd be out of breath from walking up a flight of stairs. One of the things I judged my mom the most for was the fact that she was on welfare for my entire life. And I said to myself at a very young age, made a vow actually, which I don't recommend you do, that I'll never be on welfare. I said, I will earn my own income, I will be a business person, and I will be independent. And I have been. As my mom got into her senior years, she developed dementia. At the time, I didn't really know what was happening to her, but I recognized that she went from paranoid to off the charts, illogical, irrational. She had all these belief systems about people that were, against her. And it was a full-blown case of dementia, until one day she finally jumped in front of a car on a very busy street, I believe, tried to commit suicide. She was rushed to the ICU and not expected to live the night. In fact, she did live the night. She lived a full year later, and in that year we made some reparations of our relationship, which was a good thing. And she died on my birthday in 2008 of lung cancer. Why do I tell you all this? Well, I'll tell you, now that I've hit the wall with my clonazepam and I'm in withdrawal, I can tell you that some days I struggle all night to sleep. And so do I sleep all day? No, not yet. But if I were to go, weeks, months, years without sleep, I probably would sleep. Do I have a light sensitivity? Absolutely. Do I give into it right now? No, I don't. I know that the light is good for me. And so even though my eyes water and sting and I get a headache from the light, I force myself to be in it for now. Not saying that's always going to be, I'm always going to be able to do that, but that's what I'm doing right now. Depression, people, I get it. I get my mother's depression. It's chemical. You know, even when your life is good and you've got, you know, a business that's thriving, which I no longer have, and you've got, you know, love in your life, and you've got friends, you suffer from depression. And when you don't have those things, it's even worse. Do I have a desire to be alone? A lot more than I used to. I used to be a very, very outgoing person. Now I'm happy, not happy, but I'm content to be at home alone. You know, agoraphobia is a very real thing that we all have to deal with in benzodiazepine withdrawal. My startle response is ridiculous, okay? I can hear someone walking down the hallway towards me. When they get here and they actually say something to me, I'm like, oh, you know, it's ridiculous. My mother shook. So do I. So much so that I can't do my business because I can't type. I can't write. I can't, you know, pass someone my business card without going like this. Do I have some rage? Sometimes. You know, a guy came through the stop sign the other day in my lane, just not looking, just talking and not looking. And then he yells at me, "What are you doing?" I was sitting at the stop sign. And, you know, what did I want to do when he went past? I wanted to turn my car around and I wanted to go ram his car. I mean, that's ridiculous. So I prayed and I said, Jesus, you know, help me with that rage. But it's not, you know, it's not always possible because it's chemical, right? Am I afraid? Do I have anxiety? Absolutely. But I fight it. I battle it. I listen to positive things, fill my mind with positive things. Try to surround myself with positive people. Heart palpitations. Oh my goodness. I mean, having them right now. I've been to the doctor multiple times over the past few years complaining of heart palpitations. Of course, he wanted to put me on heart meds, right? No, it's caused by these drugs. Do I go to the washroom a lot? Yeah, you don't need to know my washroom habits, but let's put it this way. Sometimes I will turn down an invitation to go somewhere if there's not a washroom nearby, because guaranteed I'm going to have to go every 10, 15 minutes. Am I exhausted? Every moment of every day. I can barely stand here to make this video. I'm out of breath from talking to you, actually. Do I have dementia? Nope. And that's why at the age of 57, I am determined, no matter what it takes, I'm going to get off this drug. I'm going to get off it. That's not my destiny to have dementia. Am I suicidal? Absolutely not. But I know some people on this drug that are, and they battle with it every single moment of every day. And I pray for you folks. I lift you up. And if you're having issues with that, please reach out to the community. Reach out to me even. I'm not a suicide counselor. Sometimes I don't even say the right thing. But I care. And I believe that we all have a purpose in life. We were born for a purpose, and it's not suicide. Do I have lung cancer? No, I do not. But the statistics show that being on benzodiazepines increases your risk of lung cancer. I want to, lower that risk as soon as I can. I walked into the Ontario Works office, which is our welfare office here in Canada, the other day to fill out the forms and start the process for going on welfare. And I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I left. I sat in my car. I bawled my eyes out. I'll tell you, people, my destiny is not welfare. I'll tell you what my destiny is, though. It's what God has been urging me to do now for 15 years. I've been studying nutrition and natural healing therapies for 15 years. I just thought I was having fun. In fact, God never wastes a thing in our life. So he wants me to help people with menus and with recipes. I have friends right now that are in incredible GI distress in this syndrome. And so am I, from withdrawing from this drug. And I hope, and I believe I have been able to help them with some basic nutrition concepts and recipes that are going to help them. You know, I was reading, not just the other day, but the other day it was confirmed to me that having somebody in the hospital, going to the hospital, is dangerous for your health, okay? Very dangerous for your health. And so I'm thinking maybe I should be using my God-given ability in the area of nutrition to help people stay out of hospitals. I want to read you a couple of statistics, okay? First of all, the farther away you live from a hospital, the longer you're going to live. There's a statistic for you. ABC News published did a show recently on how hospitals make you sick. In a December 2015 article published by BBC entitled, Does going to hospital make you sick? Quote, it is documented that a stay in hospital weakens us so much so that far from restoring us to health, we are more likely to get sick again after discharge. Dr. Karlin Krumholtz, a Yale professor, says enough is enough. He has developed the concept of post-hospital syndrome. PHS, which he defines as an acquired transient period of generalized risk. What do we do to people in hospitals, he asks? We sleep deprive them, we malnourish them, we stress them, we disturb their circadian sleep rhythms, we put them at bed rest and decondition them, we confuse them with lots of different people and new routines, we don't give them any control over their own lives. He says that PHS is a particular problem for the elderly. When older patients are discharged from the hospital, almost 30% never fully return to their prior functional status and recover their ability to wash, dress, or feed themselves, even 6 months after leaving the hospital. And here's a statistic I want to leave you with. 100,000 people, let that sink in, 100,000 people per year in the US die from infections that they got in the hospital. Less than half that amount die in traffic accidents. So the hospital isn't good for us, and that would be my goal, to put together a page, and I want your input on this, put together a page called Keep Me Off of Welfare, and I'll keep you out of the hospital. I really think that I can help people maintain their health, improve their health, heal from benzodiazepine withdrawal syndrome. I don't know what the money would look like. I'm not looking to get rich. I'm not looking for, oh, my words are gone. You know, I'm not looking for charity, okay? I'm looking for a way to use my gifts and my knowledge to help people. So let me know what you think. Please share this video, and thanks for doing the journey with me, guys. Bless you.